share with you guys how I'm going to be preparing these cheese boards or charcuterie boards. I'm actually going to be preparing these for my husband's birthday. Today it's his birthday, and I thought this was a cute idea since we are not going to do anything. We're not going to get any friends or anything like that, but I also thought that they were so perfect for like the holidays and for New Year's, Christmas. It's literally right around the corner, and this ones can be so perfect. They can look really intimidated to make, but trust me, once you start putting all your cheeses and all of your other fruits and stuff like that, it's gonna be super easy. So if you wanna learn how to make a cheese board or a charcuterie board, or if you just wanna see the process of how I make mine, then just keep on watching.
Let's take a trip to get all of our ingredients, and I did went to fries. You kind of want to have a mindset of what you're going to put on your charcuterie boards, and fruits, to me, it's like the staple. I know that probably the staple, it's obviously the cheese, but I'll be honest with you, I really don't know a lot about cheeses, and there's a lot of cheeses out there that I don't like the taste, and you don't want to spend a lot of money on cheeses that probably your family is just not going to eat it. Obviously, if you're going to do a cheese board to take out for like a party or a get together, that's a little bit different because, you know, other people might like different stuff. But if it is for your family, you want to stick with the cheese that everyone is going to like, because at the end of the day, the cheese and the meats, it's probably the most expensive food that you're going to put on your cheese board. I did went the safe route and only bought mozzarella cheese, smoked Gouda, and I've already had the Monterey Jack cheese. You kind of want to shop at your house first and then go to the grocery store and see what else you need, because like I said, cheeses and meats are the number one ingredient that it can be a little bit expensive. I'm going to start placing the cheese first. That will be my focal point. I did cut the wheel in a triangle so it can have a different shape. And listen, there is no right or wrong on how to set your board. It's all about what you like. As long as you have a different textures, shapes, colors, and depending on how you like it, that's what it matters. So don't be intimidated and don't think that you have to follow a rule, that you have to place the cheese first and then the meats. This is just depending on how you like it. For me, I think that the cheese will be first for me, and I know that a lot of people don't like to put the meats second because it can be a little bit hard to place them, especially the pepperoni, the salami, because they are in a round shape, and like I said, you want to have different textures and shapes. But I did went with the meat second. I am gonna place some of the sausage, and I'm just cutting it in a round shape, so again I can have a different texture shape in my board. You can even make cute shapes with the meats, like for example the salami, you can either place them in a round shapes like here, or you can make half moons. You can also make some flower shapes. It depends on how you like it. I know that a lot of people like to put the meats probably in the middle of the process, because once you have more cheese and fruits and dry fruits and all of that, you can actually hold your shape in the way you want it. But for me, I'm only going to be using prosciutto in here and sausage. You can go fancier and make cute shapes, but I still am not on that level, so I'm just gonna be placing the prosciutto in a corner and make it look a little bit different than the sausage. And you can see that I am trying to place them in the opposite way, so that way you can have different colors and textures. And now I'm going to go with the fruits. I did got some grapes, which grapes, it's such a staple for a charcuterie board. I think that when you leave the grapes in the stems, it looks so much prettier. And I'm using some pomegranates because first, it's my favorite fruit. Second, it's like in the season and it's literally screams holiday. And I did win with some strawberries and berries. For the fruits, again, you can put whatever color you want. I'm just choosing the red colors because that's what pretty much they have right now at the stores. But if you want greens, you can literally leave the leaves on the strawberries, and you already can tell in here the difference of the board. The colors are all different, and the only one thing that you want to have is that you don't want to put the fruits all together. You kind of want a separation in between them. Like in the grapes and the pomegranates, I have the sausage in the middle and then the prosciutto on the other side. Another thing that I'm going to be adding in here, it's some pickles and some olives, but I am trying to put them in a container because they are a little bit more watery and you don't want to wet the rest of the ingredients. So that's why I try to put them all in a container. But this is all depending on how you like it. You can have them all in the board without putting them on the container, or it just depends on how you like it. And I just think that putting them in little containers, jars, it makes a little bit different on the heights. Now for the containers, the jars, you can grab whatever you have at your house, or the clear ones where I have the olives. I actually bought those at the dollar store. So you don't have to have a certain container. It just depends on how you like it. I did have the white one already, and then the clear ones, literally you can tell the colors. You can see the colors on the side. And now let's move on to the jams. For here, I am using some fig jam and also some honey. And again, for the jam, it's the same thing. You have to use the jams that you're going to like, and depending on what ingredients you're putting on your board, that's what you're going to use. For example, I did add the honey on top of the cheese, or you can even add it on a container. Since I didn't have a lot of honey, I just wanted to place them on the cheese, and trust me, you have to try the cheese with the honey, and then you let me know if you like it, because it is the bomb. Now from there, we're going to move on to the crackers, pretzels, bread, whatever you want to use to combine your cheese and your meats. This time I am actually using some crackers and some pretzels. Again, you can use even like the pretzel sticks or bread. This time I only used 2 different kinds. Now we're gonna move on to the dry fruit and the nuts. By this time, pretty much we're almost done. All we need to do is try to fill up all of the empty negative space in here. The point in the board is that you don't want to see the board. You pretty much just want to see all of your fruits and your cheese and your meats. You kind of want to cover everything. And now to finish it off, I'm gonna add some greens. I know that I have some green on the strawberry, but I kind of want to make it look more fresh, and I'm adding some parsley and rosemary. It just makes it look like a finished board. And now all we have to add is some utensils, because who wants to grab the jam with their hands, right? I actually found this at the dollar store, and I think they are so perfect. They're like miniature forks and toothpicks, and they're like super perfect and inexpensive, and they look even fancier with a minimal price. You don't have to go out and spend tons of money to get cute forks and like that. You can literally go to the dollar store and find a lot of cute stuff to add into your board. And this is how it looks. I really hope that this is helpful and that you've got some good tips out from here. If you end up creating a board like this, don't forget to tag me over on Instagram. I'm actually going to be making another one. After doing this one, I got carried away, and I still do have a lot of extra meats and cheese. So I'm going to be creating this one with some of the similar ingredients that I use, but in a different way. So hopefully I can give you a different idea on how to create, or different ways on how to create using the same ingredients, but obviously place them in a different way. On this one, I'm actually going to be using bread, and all I did in here, it's just add some butter and garlic, put them in the oven and have that toasted. You can even actually add some tomato flavoring into it, and oh my goodness, they taste so delicious. I end up using the different type of pretzels in here.
Let me give you a Christmas moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents.
One thing that I learned is that I don't want to get stuck with only one way on placing things. You still have to have room to move things around. If you don't like that one way, you can move them. Like in here, I did add the pomegranates in this little container, but then I end up putting it in the actual board. Another thing that I know I said at the beginning is that you don't want meats and breads stick together or be together. But in here you can see that I am adding the bread and the crackers or the pretzels together, and they still look okay. So like I said, there's no right or wrong on how you set your board. As long as you are happy with how it looks, that's all it matters. Now for the greens, I only added some rosemary. Again, you can use whatever greenery you want to add, even lettuce. In here, all I'm adding is some honey and the cheese. I'm telling you, I'm obsessed with honey and cheese. It tastes so good. Trust me, if you haven't tasted like that, you have to, and then let me know if you like the taste of it. And now for my sweet tooth, I got you covered. I did pick up these cookies at Costco. Right now, we're close to the holidays, and they have all sorts of cute Christmas cookies. And I know you can take that container like that to your party, but trust me, you're going to be the start of the show if you make a cute board like this and make it look a little bit more presentable. And here I'm just adding different colors, different textures again, just placing them all around the board. And I added a Christmas mug and just added some wafers that I actually pick up at the dollar store. Trust me, go hit the dollar store to all of your sweets. And in here, all I'm doing is just adding some strawberries, and this is how it turned out. These are my 3 ideas for charcuterie boards. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, that you've found some good tips and tricks on how to create your own board. You can see that it is so simple and easy to create them, and they look so presentable and so tasty. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And also, if you create something like this, don't forget to tag me over on Instagram. Also, don't forget to subscribe, become part of the family, and share the video with people that you think might like or enjoy this type of content. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.